Edna Lake. Spent the night last night here, and it's a pretty place. You kids should have a look at this, I'm guessing. And pretty darn nice, actually. Well, today I go to Kramer Lakes. That's where I'm going. So, probably better get on it. Well, I tell you what, having a good time. The mosquitoes are heinous, as Steve Otto would laugh about. Just arrived at Virginia Lake. Beautiful place right back here. Take a look at this. How do you like that? Walking right up to Hidden Lake here, and thought of a story I could tell you guys. We used to have this dog named Jake the brown dog. He was a Chesapeake retriever, and I seen a Chesapeake poodle cross yesterday on the trail, and it reminded me of old Jake. He was a remarkable dog for many reasons. Easy to train to do things. I trained him to go fetch, right, and made him sit. So he would sit, and I'd throw the ball, and then he would sit, and his bottom would just wiggle in the ground, just wanting to go get it. And I'd tell him to go get it, and he'd go get it, right? And so anyway, we was up at this lake in the North Fork of the Clearwater, and I was fishing. And Jake's running around. I mean, he wasn't really with me, but he was there. And I mean, I seen this big cutthroat trout, you know, probably 18, 19 inches long, a big one, just rolling and catching flies, you know, out in the water. So I've been fiddling around with different stuff trying to catch that thing for about half an hour. And all of a sudden, I caught it, right? Well, I shouted, I hooked it, and then I shouted. The dog heard me shout, and he seen the splash, and he thought I threw a stick. Poor old Jake. I was about screaming my head off trying to get him to quit fetching my fish. I figured he'd get out there and get tangled up in the line, and that'd be the end of everybody. But anyway, the fish survived, so did Jake. And yeah, that was that story. Walking past a little lake. I don't know if you can see it too good. It's called Hidden Lake. We're gonna stop up here and probably have some breakfast and put on some more mosquito repellent. Well, kids, I made it up here above Hidden Lake. I'm going right there in that notch, right smack there. Boy, it's beautiful up here. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Yeah, sun's up now. I got sun on me. A little bit windy. You can see where I came from, which is right back over there. Yeah, I love it. Okay, well, we're coming up to the pass. Right there is where I gotta go. It's about 1,000 more feet of distance and about 300 more feet of elevation. I nearly made it. Nearly made it. Now this country is incredibly beautiful. Now I was gonna tell you, way the heck over there, I think it is, about right there, those big peaks way out there, those far ones. We'll be coming past them on the other side in about, I don't know, 4 plus 7, about 10 or 11 days. We'll be over there probably. Here. Over there is the biggest pass I'm probably going to have gone through on the whole trip. Did that yesterday. And so we're knocking them out one pass at a time. And, whew, I'm tired. Well, we've finally arrived at the top of the Kramer Hidden Lake Divide right here. And this is pretty crazy. About 9,500 feet. Tell you what, it was hard hike getting up here. It starts to get high. starts to get pretty darn high. As you can see, as I turn around, it's a little bit snowy. You can look down here below me. Of course, the trail is going to be right down that way, right down there. Yeah, so hey, check that out. I think I'm probably about 2 miles from Kramer Lake, which is out that way, and more or less, it's about 9 in the morning probably. You know, I feel like it's time to get down there and take a break. Yeah, I sure like hiking down it a lot better than I did up the other side. This going down business is like great, I love it. It is bright, all of that snow over there. Well, I'm gonna have to do a little bit of route finding here, avoid the snow. Well, got past all that snow up there, that's nice. Now I can just walk safely down the trail. That's pretty good. It wasn't too bad. It wasn't very bad. It's starting to melt though. It's getting kind of melty. When I turn this corner, you're gonna be able to look behind me and see that snow down there. Boy, that stuff's full of that red snow. That red snow is a kind of algae that grows on snow. Yeah, we're having a good old time out here. This is crazy, actually. It's crazy beautiful. I don't know if you guys are getting the view of any of this stuff. As I walk along, I'm really not paying attention to where it's looking at. I'm just trying to not fall down when I'm walking. Yipper. Well, I've arrived here at Kramer Lake. Gotta find some place to stay for the night. Mosquitoes are heinous as usual. So we'll probably walk down to the other end and get away from this pretty little bog I just walked across. And that'll be the plan. You can see up there, if I tip things enough, you can see up there that we got some serious mountain action going on around here. Pretty cool, huh? Pretty darn cool. That's what I say. So anyway, this is the end of my hike. Made it about 6 and a little bit more miles. We'll be talking to you later. See, so I'm heading down this hill, another, I don't know how many more. It's 1,000 feet down. I'm probably 700 foot down it now, so I got a few hundred more feet to go. And you can talk when you're walking downhill, but I can't talk when I'm walking uphill. So we'll tell the dreads story. So you guys all know I had cancer, and you know, people were taking care of me during a lot of that time. I had to have caregivers, and people were a little worried at points that I might just die, you know. Obviously I didn't. And my daughter, Rachel, she had these dreads in her hair. She had really fantastic dreads going on there. And we were talking about dreads, and, you know, and how she was thinking she might like to, you know, have you know, some kind of remembrance of me. You know, people use dreads and they have stuff in their dreads, you know, to kind of remember things. And we were joking around about how, you know, when I die, she can get one of my knuckle bones and drill a hole in it and put it in her dreads. That was the joke, right? And what we decided was, you know, I could grow some dreads. We decided that it would be less of a traumatic experience for the officials in our world if when I died, all we had to do was go cut dreads off of me, right? And then you could put one of my dreads in one of your dreads, right? So that was kind of, I think that's kind of how people do that. I mean, they dread stuff into their hair and this and that. I think I even have a think there's a bead in there somewhere. Yeah, right there. There's a bead right there. Anyhow, so that was the deal. And it doesn't look too bad, don't you guys think? I mean, the dreads don't look bad. They just, you know, they're just different. We would have did my hair too, but I cannot stand to grow hair anymore. Ever since having lost my hair a couple times with the cancer gig, it just wants to, my head wants to itch. So we're not gonna do that. Anyhow, there's my story for the day. Now I gotta think of another one for tomorrow. Good luck, huh? Here we are, out in the Sawtooth Wilderness area. I don't know if you can see back there. That is wonderful country. That's Upper Redfish Lakes Basin back there, no trails. There's Upper Redfish Lakes and Catherine Lake back there. And we are currently headed that way. Well, we're gonna get down here just a little bit and then we're gonna get on a trail on the other side of this creek right in front of me. We're gonna climb right up there. Up and up and up and up and up and up, way up on top of there to Alpine Lake, which is right up there. Look at this. This is beautiful. Got about 1,000 feet of this going up the hill to get to Alpine Lake, roughly. Well, I'm about a quarter mile from Alpine Lake up there. I'm gonna stop for a break, and I just kind of wanted to show you the mountains that are out there behind me, which is where I was yesterday, actually. I was over there, right there is where I was yesterday, right there. I'm gonna camp someplace right about here. I don't know exactly where yet, but we've managed to make it to the location. This little lake right here doesn't even have a name. This is where I'm going to be at, somewhere right here. All right, that mountain back there, which you can't even see hardly, that's Monte Verita back there, and probably someplace up there, there's a pass that I'm going to be going through tomorrow morning. I don't have very much elevation to gain. Whew. But I'm high. I'm up at, I don't know, probably close to 9,000 feet here. Last, probably 85, 86, something like that. Look at that. Got a mayfly hatch going on. I'm like covered with them little guys. They are thick. Barely not even breathe them. See right there, lots of them. They're all over. In this little lake I'm going to stay out here, not a fish in it. Not even one fish. That's great.